thing I like about the Recording Connections approach to learning, in this industry is that the biggest problem. Okay, let's go back to this other idea of getting the degree and then going into the studios, right? If that is, your trajectory, that's the way you kind of go about it. Holding up that degree to a person that is maybe a little bit different of an approach than going in cold and saying, hey, will you give me a job? The thing that I like about Recording Connection is it solves a fundamental problem. And that problem is, how do I get this person who I don't know and who frankly doesn't even have time to talk to me, take my phone calls, answer text messages, answer emails, any of that kind of stuff, to give me 5 minutes where I can pitch myself. I mean, that becomes probably the biggest obstacle in trying to get into this industry. So, Recording Connections approach just on that first fundamental level, where they're giving you the opportunity to have FaceTime with this person over and over and over again, week in and week out, is the biggest game changer, in terms of education in this industry. Then you add to the fact that now, the learning model is completely different, right? Now you're in the door. The learning model is that you're working with that individual one-on-one on an experiential level. You're gaining all of the things that they've put together over the course of their career. You're getting access to that information right away. Because there's so many nuances, right? There's so many nuances to this, to these consoles and the way that you're approaching this stuff. I always tell students 90% of this job is troubleshooting. And the only way you're going to be able to successfully troubleshoot those issues is if you have the experience of having worked with them in the past. It's that simple. Up until that point, you're going to try different things. It's very much a trial and error. And mind you, all of this happens with technical knowledge of the gear. You can read the manual and study this in and out and understand exactly how it works on an electronics basis and still not be able to navigate some of these issues because there's just an experience factor that has to be taken into play.